Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? So today's interview question is, how do you collaborate with developer? How does QA collaborate with developer? So let me share my screen. How do you collaborate with developer? So to start with, what we generally do, like we start interacting with the developer at the early stage when the maybe development is still going on, or after the requirement gathering, developers started implementing the code, and so that time we start interacting with developer to understand what kind of features getting implemented and what are the like how we try to get early loop so that we can develop our test cases better, and we can come up with new tools, and we can tell developer, okay, if you want something, developer can implement that. For example, for automation, if we want some modification in the code, so we can tell that. For example, maybe for captcha, we can tell developer that, okay, you can have some secret code. Once we type it, okay, it will just bypass the captcha, or maybe that just disable the captcha. You create two different builds where the captcha can be disabled. Okay, so we can give feedback early on. Similarly, for Selenium automation, okay, for IDs and other things, I can have that in the code so that we can easily access the elements on the UI. So once we start interacting at the early stage, developer can take our feedback and incorporate those things in the code. Second thing is we emphasize with them, like we also understand they are also under pressure. Sometimes we put a bug, they get irritated, or maybe they are like they have like a lot of bugs, they have to fix it. So we try to understand their problem and we try to help them. We don't get angry, and basically try to collaborate, try to make things work. So that is also very important. Like instead of taking it personally, we try to work with the developer with cool head, cool mind, and so that is also another thing. Third thing is we keep each other up to date. Like when the testing is going on we keep other up to date. Like we try to create a visibility. So maybe the tools we are using, we try to show them what kind of tools we are using. We try to understand development teams, like what kind of tools they're using, what kind of framework they're using, and so that maybe we will be able to reuse some of them to avoid the duplication of effort, to avoid the wastage of time. Maybe they are also developing some tool to have some performance criteria because they have to meet some performance goal. So maybe they are also internally developing some tool. So we can take that tool as it is, or maybe we can take that tool and on top of that we can customize and build our own QA tool. Similarly, developer can also use our tool, whatever we have built it. That way, it will save both of our time, developers' time, our time. And once we know each other process, we will know the product better. And once we keep discussing, developer will get different perspective, like QA perspective. We will also get their perspective. And once we know the product better, we'll be able to test it better. Once we go deeper into the product, we'll be able to test it better. Okay. So creating visibility is important. So when the project activity is visible to all teams and team members, collaboration and trust improves, right? So we should not assume that they will know by default, right? Because everything can be documented. So what we do, like we go for coffee with the developer, or we go to lunch and we informally discuss, and sometimes we have formal meeting to discuss it. So that way we collaborate, and this way we avoid the duplicated efforts, wasted time, right? And we have the common goal, right? And that way bond is also gets built up, and we have a mutual understanding. And the other thing is, like we can prioritize the bug fixes based on the business goal. Like sometimes we know, okay, maybe currently we are not focusing on minor issues, so we'll try to report only important bugs or critical bugs and broker bugs, because we know that from the management the goal is set, vision is set, and what is the priority they have defined. And once we discuss with developer, they also understand the priorities. So that way we collaborate and like make progress. So we'll have a quick review. So start early. As when the development is going on, we start interacting with them to understand the feature better. If they have to modify code or add something for the testing, they can do that at this stage. Second thing is emphasize with them, understand them. Don't take things personally. Sometimes like them QA team fights, and so things gets personal, right? And fighting goes on Jira, Bugzilla, or bug ticketing system, right? Like the QA pushes to Dave, Dave pushes back to QA. So avoid that kind of thing. And then keep each other up to date what you are doing. Try to understand what development team is doing. Create a visibility. Try to understand what kind of tools and frameworks they're using, whether you can use some of them. That or similarly, like whatever tools or scripts you're using, whether development team can reuse it, right? Mm, so this way, like you can help, and then you can prioritize the bug also based on the common business goal. Okay. So if you like the video, please like it and please subscribe to the channel. And down below there is a link to our Telegram group. Please join the link, and we'll be keep sharing this kind of videos in that link.